Whack-a-Magob, it's part 3, the final part of the trilogy of my Desert Island albums. Now, I know I'm gonna forget many. That's just the way it is. I remember when this is all uploaded and done with, I'll be like, motherfucker, I forgot that, I forgot this. That's the way it's gonna go. I ain't got my glasses on. I'm gonna go get my glasses and cut right into what's left. I got a big ass stack of albums, so I'm not gonna dwell too long on each album. Let's just go through this. D.R.I, Dealing With It. Need That on the Island. Endless Pain. Creator, man. You know, I was torn between this and Pleasure to Kill, but I go with Endless Pain. Alright, this is a band that ain't around anymore. They were around like 10 years ago or so. They broke up a few years ago. Amazing band called In Solitude. This is some great metal. The name of this album is called The World, the Flesh, and the Devil. Right? Something like that. I love this album. Oh man. If I had to pick a Destruction album, it had to be Inferno Overkill. I fucking love this album. This is my favorite Destruction album. Another great thrash album, Epidemic of Violence. But this is my pick. Because Skull Fracture Nightmare fucking rules. I love this album. Death metal, Deicide, Legion. Love this album. As I said, I'm more into the first wave of death metal. This is one of my favorites right here. Ooh, Canadian thrash. Though they looked very glam. This is Infernal Majesty and Thou Shalt Not. What is it? Thou Shalt Defy? Thou Shalt Not. I was thinking that stupid Kiss song. Obscure, old school metal band from Road Racer, Thunderfire. If you like old school metal, kind of like Motorhead-ish a little bit, look into this. Thunderfire rules. No, a lot of you know this one, The First W.A.S.P. Can't live without that. Coven. Blessed is the Black with McDonald Land Massacre is my favorite track off this one. Great album. Wings. Wings Over America. My favorite Wings is probably Band on the Run. Very close is Venus and Mars. But I take the live album, double live album, which has a lot of those songs in here. Let Me Roll It, one of my favorites. Nuclear Assault, Game Over, my favorite Nuclear Assault. Right, no, actually Survive would be my favorite, but I'm going to go with Game Over. That's one that I need in my life. Obsession, who knows Obsession? Great, amazing band. Mike Becerra, he was in Loudness and Yngwie Malmsteen. Amazing band. Traditional metal at its finest. Methods to Madness is my favorite, but Scarred for Life. Here's a newer band. They're amazing. They're called Night Demon. I love all their albums, but this is this a double live or yeah, it's like a triple live album. It's like side E. I don't know. This is just fucking awesome shit. It's 3 vinyls. I couldn't take any of their studio ones, but fuck it, man. Awesome. Check out the song Made in Hell. It's a song about Iron Maiden. It's pretty badass. From that to Oasis. Not my favorite Oasis album, but it has some of my favorite songs like Where It All Go Wrong and Sunday Morning Call and Go Let It Out. That's why I picked this one over all of them. It doesn't have my favorite Oasis song, Little by Little. Overkill, Feel the Fire, the first one, my favorite. This album is my favorite Overkill album, and I think it always will be. But they still release great albums. They're still around, kicking major ass, but I go all the way to the first album. I have the EP too, the one that came out before it. Oh, one of my favorites, Raven, live at the Inferno. This album is epic. I don't know if probably my favorite is I have the. Well, maybe I don't have the picture disc up there anymore. Crash Bang Wallop and All for One is amazing. Their last one is really good too. But I'll take this one because it's a double live fucking album. Speaking of double album, but not live, from Raven to R.E.O. Speedwagon, yes, I love R.E.O. Speedwagon. The 70s stuff is my favorite, and this is all the 70s stuff. A decade of rock and roll from the first album to 9 Lives. Good, great, greatest hits. That's why I picked this one. Though the live one is amazing. Here's one that's actually a metal compilation. And this is my favorite metal compilation. It's called Metal Hammer. And you know, it has Merciful Fate, Raven, Venom, Satan, Thunderfire, that I talked about, Cloven Hoof, Metallica, Tokyo Blade, The Rods, Battle Axe, Exciter, and Anthrax. This was released like in 83, right? 84. Great stuff, man. The Police, the second album. I'm torn between this one and the first one is my favorite. But I will say, the first one has a little bit of a burnout factor for me. This one doesn't. So I pick Reggatta de Blanc, the second one. Ooh, one of my favorite albums of all time. The Plasmatics, Coup d'Etat. Get it, buy it, or at least listen to it. Oh, one of the greatest thrash albums too. Whiplash, Power and Pain. It's a must. And of course, we all know this one, Kill 'Em All. Needs no explanation. The First Death Angel. Awesome shit. Love it. I know I'm breezing by this because there's a lot of albums here. Foghat Live, one of my favorite live albums. Can't beat those 70s albums, man, that were live. Another killer thrash debut. Forbidden. Forbidden Evil. If you love the thrash, this is kind of like the Judas Priest of thrash. Russ hits those high notes. Great fucking solid album. Great debut. Another great historic debut album. Bonded by Blood. My favorite Exodus album with the late great Paul Bailoff. A lot of people say I sound like Steve Souza. I don't hear it. And then there's people that say I sound like Paul Bailoff. I don't hear it. But Paul Bailoff did do demos with the band Heathen. And I think there's one song on there where I sound like him, not the other way around. Paul Bailoff is godly. I love him. Rest in peace. Gamma 2. I love Gamma 1, but Gamma 2 is the one I've had first, and I love it more, a little bit more. Gamma 3, I don't know. If you like Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and never heard Gamma 3, then stay away. Another great fucking metal thrash band too. Hallows Eve, their first album, Tales of Terror, plunging into Megadeth, Metal Merchant, Hallows Eve, great shit. My favorite Halloween album, the first full length. They had an EP after that, and an EP was a Judas before or after. I have them all on vinyl, but this one's my favorite. The Kai lineup is my favorite. Walls of Jericho fucking rules, and I love the Michael Kiske stuff as well. And Andy Darris, that's some good ones. Hell Witch. This band is so fucking awesome. They're a local band. The first time I ever saw them, in 1985, opening for Anthrax on Spreading the Disease Tour, they fucking floored me. They were before their time, and believe it or not, they do have a great cult following that when we opened for Napalm Death, Hell Witch was also on the bill, and I saw Barney gush, going, I can't believe Hell Witch is here. So they are known, but very underground, and very awesome. So Pat went to school with Chuck from Death, and, you know, I think Hell Witch is extremely underrated, and you should check them out if you like, you know, death metal. I mean, they were before, you know, its time. Oh man, Holy Terror, Terror and Submission. I had Mind Wars too. It was tough to pick between those two, but fuck it. I said fuck it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tales of Terror, got it. The very first album I ever bought, but this is not the very first album. I have it over there. Sentimental, I'll never get rid of it. Unplayable, but Kansas Left Overture. It's a fucking masterpiece. ELO, not my favorite ELO album. Mine would probably be a New World Record, but this is awesome. It's a double album, Out in the Blue. So it's more music, so fuck it. I picked that one. Ooh, one of my favorite debut albums. Fastway, We Become One, Another Day, Heft, Say What You Will, the hit off this. Love me some Fastway. All right, controversial. A lot of people love to hate Ghost. I think I like the first Ghost album more, a little tiny bit more, but I love the pop sensibility of this album. That song, Pro Memoria, Jeez, it's so good. And Witch Image is awesome. Rats. I love this album. Prequel. I know a lot of you hate it, but, you know, who gives a fuck? My favorite King Diamond album, Fatal Portrait, the first one. It was supposed to be a Merciful Fate album. Hank Sherman got a little too glammy and stuff, and so they got rid of Hank Sherman. I don't know why they got rid of the great Kim Ruz, but hey, they brought in Mickey D, who's no slouch. The first King Diamond album, Fatal Portrait, is my favorite, but you know what? There's not a King Diamond album I dislike. Here's a kind of obscure band. They're fucking awesome. They're called Atrophy. This is their first album, Socialize Hate. Accept. This is my favorite Accept album, signed by Udo. I don't know if you can make that out. Fucking amazing. Game Changer album, Fast as a Shark. Love me, April Wine, Nature of the Beast, Future Tense, Crash or Burn, Sign of the Gypsy Queen, All Over Town, the hit Just Between You and Me. I love this whole album. Great Canadian hard rock. My favorite Styx album, The Grand Illusion. If I had to pick a Styx album, it'd have to be that. Stars! This is a very underrated band. This is my favorite album from Stars, called Violation. I love Subway Terror. My favorite track off the album. Ooh, another one of my favorite live albums, UFO, Strangers in the Night, is fucking amazing. Hell yeah. Stones, I went with Hot Rock because it's kind of like a greatest hits. Though it doesn't have my favorite song, right? Heartbreakers. I don't even think the fucking Mick Taylor years are on here. So if it wasn't that, I'd go with Exile on Main Street. But at the fuck it, go with the greatest hits type thing. Oh man, do I love this one. Running Wild. This is a fucking amazing album. Under Jolly Rager. Great fucking album. Check out Running Wild. Another great double live album, The Kinks, One More for the Road. One for the Road. The Kinks live. My favorite Megadeth album is Peace Sells. Definitely can't live without that. Oh, another amazing new wave of British heavy metal masterpiece. The first Angel Witch. And this is a white version. Only 500 of these were made. This one, not the original cover. It's fucking awesome though. It brings a bonus vinyl. This is Diamond Head, Lightning for the Nations. This is, you all know some of these covers, some of the songs that Metallica covered. Fucking great album. Oh man. This is like thrashy, fucking tighter than a nun's ass. Annihilator, Alice in Hell. Fucking amazing. Alright, if I had to pick an Anthrax, I'd have to go with my favorite one. So I'll take this one, Fistful of Metal, which is a weird one. It's kind of small. And it also brings the EP, Armed and Dangerous, the Belladonna's debut. I love the first Anthrax album. One of the greatest albums of all time. Rainbow Rising. Can't go bad with this. This is a 180 gram version with, can I get it out of here? With a gatefold. With the band. How badass is that? Stargazer. My all-time favorite song of all time. So there you have it, my friends. The end of all three parts of my Desert Island albums. I know I forgot a bunch. I know. Probably some of you people put, hey, what about this? What about that? You know, shut up. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to make more videos showing my vinyls, like, you know, what I played that week. Here's what I played. Here's my playlist of this week, and talk about each vinyl. And a lot of these vinyls that I hardly talked about, where I just speed by, you know, because I don't want this to be a 10-hour video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and check out Melinda Murphy's YouTube page, who inspired me to do this. Thanks, everybody. Schmack 'em a gob. This video was brought to you by Miami Metal Merchant. For your metal needs and competitive prices, visit MiamiMetalMerchant.com. Tell them Dr. FUKK sent you. Hey, I'm Dr. FUKK.
And I'm the Ayatollah of Alcohola.
And we are from the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
If you want to check out some crazy, uncensored, unbiased, totally nuts reviews of classic hard rock and heavy metal albums. Check us out. You can get us on Podbean and iTunes. New episodes every Sunday.
That's right, and we also do each other's moms.
True. Free of charge.
Well, mine charges.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's free.
Hey, check out my podcast, The Vieira Vault. We're on Spreaker, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. Check it out and subscribe. Hey, headbangers, you want your own radio show? Well, you got it. On Thursday nights here on that metal station, join me on the Dr. FUKK Show. Go in the chat room and I will make you my co-host. That's right. Everybody that joins me in the chat room, I discuss whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll mention your name, I'll say what you say, and we're going to go back and forth. And I'll even fucking play whatever request you want. Unless it sucks. Then I ain't playing it because my show rules, and only songs that rule is allowed right here on that metal station. The Dr. FUKK Show airs live Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Well, no, fuck that hope. I better see you there, motherfucker.